Two teams fighting to turn their season around in the North Division. The Cropdusters Baseball Club versus the Tacoma Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts are coming in 2-8 in their last 10 games. Cropdusters 4-6. Jack Feldman alongside Jish Sokolsky on the call with you tonight. And Jish, the Cropdusters are coming off their first win in 5 games last night against the Big Train.
Yeah, they won. They snapped a 4-game losing streak. That's the positives. But this Cropdusters offense, just as we've been saying every other game, Jack, hasn't really gotten going. Only scored 3 runs in that game. Fortunately, the Big Train only scored 2. The pitching really came to life in that game. But this is a perfect opportunity for the Cropdusters against the worst pitching team in the Cal Ripken League to turn their fortunes around.
Well, on the bump for the T-Bolts tonight is John Carver. And this is a Cropdusters team that traditionally does well here at Blair High School and does well against the T-Bolts.
And does well against the starter, John Carver, Jack. He started the last game these two teams played back at First Responder Field. Gave up all 5 runs for the Cropdusters, scored a 5-0 win for the Crops. Gave up 6 walks in 3 innings, compounded with 2 hits. He was the pitcher of decision, picked up the loss, and really didn't have anything going for him that day. He'll have to have a much stronger performance to shut down the Crops today.
Well, in the field for the T-Bolts, behind the plate is Jack McCarthy. At first base, Braden Foster. Second, Mike Heckman. Shortstop, Josh Erd. The hot corner, Ryan Quadros. And in the outfield, going from left to right, Gabe Ruiz, Jeff Sabater, and Matthew Walters. So, some familiar faces, some familiar names for the T-Bolts.
But one player that's a notable omission, Quincy Villa, the outfielder, has played in all 3 games against the Cropdusters so far this year. Went 2 for 9. He's been one of their speedier threats, also has snagged 2 bags, so interesting to see that he's not in the lineup today.
He's certainly a staple at the top of that T-Bolts lineup, so it's good fortune for the Cropdusters that they won't have to face him. Some interesting decisions for this lineup tonight. Some things being moved around. Bryce Herb in the leadoff spot.
Bryce Herb leading off, designated hitting. One thing you notice about this Cropdusters team, it seems like every day they flip over the entire lineup. They want to get as many bats, as many opportunities as possible this season. The only starter from last night transitioning to today is Parker Fry at first base.
Well, Bryce Herb will saunter his way up to the batter's box, and we are almost ready for action at Blair High School. Beautiful day. Got a little breeze going on.
Definitely a lot cooler than the previous days, Jack. The wind's blowing in our face right now, but in the previous days with the heat wave, when we were in triple-digit temperatures, it's a lot better to have a nice, maybe 80-degree night with some breeze.
So Carver to the mound. Bryce Herb steps into the batter's box. Real opportunity for the Cropdusters to break out offensively. Carver delivers the first pitch high for ball 1. Set. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses up, so Herb is ahead 2-0 in the count.
Bryce Herb's one of the better Cropdusters hitters. He's hitting .273, Jack. 7 walks to his name, up 2-0.
The 2-0. Inside, almost hits him. Count moves to 3-0. Cropdusters are 1 pitch away from getting the leadoff base runner on. Herb ahead in the count, 3-0. Carver delivers. Outside, ball 4. So Carver walks Herb on 4 straight pitches to start things off.
That's kind of the command issues we saw with Carver the last time he played the Cropdusters. Walked 6 batters, hit 2 of them as well. He came dangerously close to hitting the righty Herb at numerous points during that at-bat. Bryce Herb will take that any day of the week, though, a 4-pitch walk.
Gonna bring up Mac Lewis, the lefty from Purdue. First pitch to Lewis. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Herb, certainly your prototypical leadoff hitter, as he's dancing off of first, has a lot of speed. The 0-1, foul back. Lewis quickly behind 1-2. Mac Lewis started off really hot. It's kind of tailed off since then. He's looking to get off to a good start. Still a short sample size.
Half of his hits came in 1 game against the Grays.
The 0-2 misses outside for ball 1.
He's got 6 on the year and 29 at-bats. That's a 207 average for the Purdue second baseman.
1-2 count. Carver comes set. Delivers. 1-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, so Carver gets the first out of the game on a punch out of Mac Lewis, and that'll bring up shortstop Carter Hines.
A much better at-bat from the pitcher Carver this time. After putting Herb on the base paths with 4 straight pitches that were balls, he finds the strike zone here. Look for him to continue to pound that zone as this game goes on.
1 out, runner on first. Hines at the dish. First pitch misses ball 1. Upstairs. Hines, so disciplined, does not swing at any ball.
Carter Hines has the most hits, the best average on these Cropdusters. 8 walks as well to his name. You're right, Jack.
The 1-0 is grounded to second, could be 2. They get the out at second, and that's all they're going to get. Heckman over to Josh Hurd, and they'll cut down Bryce Hurd, second base. Carter Hines will reach on the fielder's choice. 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Now it's Ryan Bum up to bat, the Frostburg State third baseman. He's had the Thunderbolts number this year. He's hitting 4 for 9 against them in 3 starts with 4 RBIs.
Carver comes set. Kicks and delivers. Misses upstairs again. 1-0. He's missing high on that breaking ball and the fastball to start things off. The 1-0. Misses high again. That time it was the fastball. So Boma ahead 2-0 in the count. Hitters count for the Frostburg State middle infielder. Playing third tonight.
We can clearly see these pitches, Jack. We're sitting right behind home plate. This is one of the best views in the Calrican League.
Swing and a miss. Back pick to third. Slides in safely. It's Hans. 2-1 is the count on Boma. Got for the first. 2 outs. Run around first base. Score still 0-0. The pitch to Boma. Swing and a miss. High and inside fastball that Boma just swung through. Evens things up at 2 apiece.
A little bit early on the fastball. Now Carver can end this inning with 1 more strike.
2-2. 2 outs. Boma at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a drive to left. Gonna go foul. That ball was just wrapping foul, and Boma was just a little bit out ahead of it, so we'll do it again.
Great contact from Boma on the swing, though. Got the heart of the bat on the ball, just barely poked it foul. If that lands, the speed of Carter Hines at first, he could definitely travel all around the diamond.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Second punch out of the game for John Carver. Gets Ryan Boma swinging. We will head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless, at Blair High School. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky with you. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. Jack Feldman alongside Jish Sokolsky as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Peyton Brannock on the mound for the Cropdusters. In the infield, you have Parker Fry at first, Mac Lewis at second, Carter Hines, blank shortstop, Brian Boma at third base, Connor Spellman behind the dish. And in the outfield, left to right, Griffin Cuvell, Brian Scott, and Jason Janesko. So, guys we've seen before. Cropdusters pretty much have their whole team here at this point of the season. They're just looking to get consistent playing time, just get into the swing of summer.
The 2 things I'm looking at on this Cropdusters defense, Jack, is the defense in the outfield. Scott, Cuvell, Janesko all have wheels to them. great instincts of tracking the ball. And I'm looking at the starting pitcher, Peyton Brannock. In his third game with the Cropdusters, he's only allowed 1 run in 6 innings pitched. He's been one of the sharpest pitchers that the Cropdusters have had. And he's getting his second start of the week, or his second appearance of the week after coming in relief of the Braves game just a few days ago this past Sunday.
Leading off for the T-Bolts is Jeff Sabater, who has been nothing short of spectacular this season. He's leading the entire Ripken League in batting average at .442. Makes contact consistently, can absolutely fly on the bases. So he's a pest at the top of that line.
Not only is he leading in batting average, but Jeff Sabater has 18 walks. That leads his team as well. This is a guy who you want leading off your team at any level of baseball.
Bottom of the first, score 0-0. Jeff Sabater stepping into the batter's box to kick things off against the lefty, Peyton Brannock. First pitch to the center fielder. Misses outside, ball 1. Brannock comes set. The 1-0. Swung on and grounded to short. Hines fields, fires for the routine ground ball out at first base. And couple pitches, 2 pitches, 1 out. Pretty economical.
I would say the exact same thing, Jack. Great job from Carter Hines tracking that ball down right at the second base bag and making the routine plays look routine. It's not the easiest throw to make, but Carter Hines makes it look too easy.
So we're going to Gabe Ruiz, who swings at the first pitch. Strike 1. Swings through it. Brannock really tilts his entire body in that windup. Really gets into his lower half. The 0-1. Down the right side. 0-2.
That's an unfortunate swing for Ruiz, who kept the bat on his shoulder on a check swing, but it bounced off the bat and landed foul. That'll put him down 2 strikes.
Still a little excuse me swing from Ruiz. The 0-2. Swung through. First strikeout of the game for Peyton Brannock. And he gets 2 quick outs at the bottom of the first.
5 pitches, 2 outs. Peyton Brannock has what it takes so far with the pitch count early to go the distance.
Designated hitter Steve Thomas steps into the box. First pitch to the DH is in there for a cold strike. Breaking ball from Brannock. Brannock working extremely quickly. The 0-1. Misses low. Count evened up at 1-1.
Just the second ball that Brannock has thrown today. He does have a tendency to miss low sometimes, but what usually happens is it draws the swings from these batters.
Count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. It is chopped foul down the first base side. Brannock gets ahead 1-2. Brannock is looking to retire the side in order in the bottom of the first. The 1-2 misses up. Count goes to 2-2. Brannock comes right back with his toe on the rubber. The 2-2. Chopped foul to third. We'll do it again.
Steve Thomas, the last time he played the Cropdusters was in the Cropdusters home opener back on June 2nd. Went 1 for 5 in that game, but that one hit, a double.
The 2-2. Brannock delivers. Misses high. Count is full. 2 outs. 3-2. Bottom of the first, score still knotted up 0-0. The full count pitch. Foul back. We'll do it again.
Loud thump off the backstop right in front of us, Jack. You're not going to jump this time, are you?
No, I am always calm, cool, and collected, Jish. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're just going to forget the last time we played here.
Full count, 2 outs. Here's a 3-2. Inside, ball forward. Thomas works a walk for the first base runner of the game for the T-Bolts, and that'll bring up Braden Foster.
Foster has been another one of those dynamic hitters for the T-Bolts, hitting .352 on the year. And that's in 54 at-bats. He's second on the team in that regard.
First pitch to Foster. In there for a called strike. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Say what you want about the T-Bolts, Jish. They can hit. They have some high averages on this team. Josh Erd, Sabater, Foster.
But for whatever reason, Jack, they just can't seem to get their bats going against the Cropdusters, hitting only .217 on the year against the Crops, 22 strikeouts to just 13 RBIs, 13 runs.
So 0-1, catches the outside corner. 0-2, back-to-back breaking balls from Peyton Brannock.
A slider high and a slider right down the middle from Peyton Brannock. Puts him ahead. It's a nasty pitch he's working with.
0-2. Brannock comes set. Kicks, fires, check swing, he got him. Second punch out of the inning for Peyton Brannock. We are heading to the top of the second. Score still tied up 0-0 at Blair High School. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky with you on the park. We head to the top of the second. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call. John Carver getting a second crack at the Cropdusters lineup. He was really good in the first inning. He had 1 walk, 2 punch-outs. Much better version of John Carver than we previously seen.
At this point of the game, last time, John Carver, the wheels hadn't come off yet, but this second inning really is going to test him. Allowed a handful of walks, loaded the bases a couple times. The Cropdusters start to pour it on as the game went longer. We'll see if John Carver can keep it under control.
The tall lefty, Parker Fry, will start things off for the Dusters. Big power threat from East Stroudsburg University. 2 homers on the season. First pitch to Fry was swung on and grounded sharply to second. Heckman Fields makes the play for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out from John Carver. That'll bring up the catcher, Connor Spellman.
Heckman says, heck yeah, that ball was hit right to him. Parker Fry looking for the gap between first and second, but good range from the second baseman Heckman to put him away.
One thing we know about Connor Spellman is he can work a count. Gets on base at a very high clip. First pitch to him, breaking ball, catches the corner for a strike.
Yeah, Connor Spellman, you know, he only has 2 hits on the year, but he's walked 13 times.
0-1. Swung through, 0-2. Spellman went chasing a breaking ball in the dirt.
His 13 walks, second most on the team. He's at risk of striking out here.
Count is 0-2. Carver delivers. Misses high. Tried to elevate a fastball. Spellman was able to lay off it.
Like you said, Jack, from the horse's mouth, he's working this count. Easy to panic when you're down 2 strikes to no balls.
The 1-2. Misses low. Check swing from Spellman. He does feel held up. So the count goes to 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the second. Score 0-0. Their high school. The 2-2 is popped up to right. Thomas makes the play. Not bad contact from Spellman. You know, line drive just right at the right fielder, Thomas.
It's unfortunate. Connor Spellman did get a good piece of the bat, and that would be counted as a hit in batting practice, but good range from the right fielder. Cropdusters go down in order for the first 2 batters.
We'll bring up Brian Scott, the center fielder. We'll take the first pitch for a ball.
Carver tried working the slider inside to out, but Scott sees it better.
Scott, Anders wanted to center field. Sabater camping under it for the final out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for John Carver, and he's through 2 scoreless. We head to the bottom of the second. 0-0 ball game. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. We head to the bottom of the second. The score is still knotted up, 0-0. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. And it's going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the T-Bolts. Rogers, McCarthy, and Verb. Brannock's going to have to navigate this middle of the Thunderbolts lineup.
Quadros is only playing time against the Cropdusters came the last time, and only time the Crops played here at Blair High School, a 10-7 win. Quadros in that game went 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts.
Brannock has been one of the more consistent pitchers all season long. He can come in out of the bullpen as we saw earlier this week. He can start games as he's doing right now. Will come set, first pitch to Quadros. In there for a called strike, right at the knees. Third baseman.
It's a really loud day under these bleachers, Jack. A packed house. They're honoring some T-Bolts legends tonight.
The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1. Beautiful day, though. Sun was out earlier today. Really came down.
It's like a dad going to a popular spot.
The 1-1 misses high. Brannock tried the backdoor curveball, just couldn't get it in there.
You know, looks like we're not the only ones who have this idea type of day, you know. And that's why everybody's out of the ballpark.
The 2-1 is hammered right up the middle for a base hit. Brian Quadros gets the first hit of the night for the Thunderbolts, and he is starting things off in the bottom of the second with a base runner.
That's the first hit for either side tonight, and a well-hit ball. No chance for either of the middle infielders to make a play. As dead center as you can get from the righty.
Got the low line drive, smoked right up the middle. Gonna bring up Jack McCarthy. Been the primary catcher for the T-Bolts this season. First pitch to McCarthy. Fouled back. Brannock gets ahead 0-1.
McCarthy has only played in 8 games, but 3 of them have been against the Cropdusters. So they like what McCarthy brings to this Cropdusters lineup. So that's what takes for hitting today.
1 is the count. Brannock sends. Picks off the first, nothing to do it. Definitely Brannock's speed move. The 0-1. This is high. Fastball up in the zone. Count evened up at 1 apiece. No outs, 0-0 ball game. Right around first. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and it is smoked over the heads of Hines into left field. Quadros heading to third. It's going to be a close play, and he's in there safe. So a single from Jack McCarthy. And the T-Bolts are in business with runners at first and third and nobody out at the bottom of the second inning.
When it rains, it pours. Peyton Brannock has given up 2 straight hits now. He's got runners in the corners with no outs. This is prime opportunity for the T-Bolts bat to bring in the first run of the game.
Josh Hurd will dig into the batter's box. He's been their starting shortstop all season long. A lot of reps in the Ripken League so far. First pitch to Herb. It's fouled out of play. Ball 1. Brannock gets ahead at the shortstop 0-1.
Rich had varying success. Started off the year hitting .556. He's now hitting .279.
Runners on first and third. No outs at the bottom of the second. Score 0-0. The 0-1 is hammered right to short. This could be 2. Hines will take it himself, and he'll get the double play. Quadros will come in to score. So the T-Bulls strike first, and it is a 1-0 game in the bottom of the second inning.
You know, usually double plays are cataclysmic for offenses, but when you have no outs and a runner at third, everything's on the table. Obviously, that's probably the last thing you want, but it scores a run either way.
I'll bring up Matthew Walters, who takes the first pitch for a ball. Best case scenario for the Cropdusters, certainly. 1-0. In the dirt, ball 2. Walters ahead 2-0. You'll trade 2 outs for a run there any day of the week.
The run is almost inevitable at that point. Might as well give it up and put 2 outs on the board. You're right, Jack.
2-0 is the count. Brannock delivers. That pitch is popped high in the air to Fry over at first. Fry camped under in foul territory and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So back-to-back hits lead to a run from the T-Bolts in the bottom of the second. And we will head to the top of the third. Thunderbolts ahead of the Cropdusters 1-0. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. We go to the top of the third. Cropdusters trailing the T-Bolts 1-0 after the Thunderbolts were able to scratch across a run in the bottom of the second. Feldman and Jish Sokolsky on the call tonight. And it will be the bottom of this Cropdusters order. Trying to get things going for this Dusters offense.
The Cropdusters went down in order, all off of plays to the infield and outfield. A far cry from the first inning where 2 of them went down on strikes. The offensive woes continue to today after the win over Big Train last night.
Sean Carver still on the bump in his third inning of work. He will face Griffin Cuvell to start things off top of the third. T-Bolts up 1-0. Cuvell takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Oh no, count. Carver comes set, kicks and hits Cuvell right in the helmet. He seems to be okay. He's going to shake it off and take his base. So, a scary pitch from John Carver leads to a leadoff base runner for the Cropdusters with the number 9 hole hitter Jason Chinesco stepping up to the plate.
You know, Jack, back in my day, we would say, oh, he just rung his bell. That's a concussion-level fastball right to the dome.
Back in your day, just 20 years old.
I am 1 year older than you, Jack. Back in my day, he said he got his bell rung, put him back out on the base paths, let him run.
You are the old man in this booth.
Well, if you want to call this a booth, we're right under the bleachers here in Montgomery Blair. He immediately shook it off, so perhaps
he seems to be fine.
Titanium in that plastic helmet of his.
T-Bolts head coach Brock Hunter will go have a talk with his infield. So they're trying to hang on to the 1-0 lead. No outs in the top of the third. Runner on first. ECU outfielder Jason Chinesco up at the dish.
Janesco's an interesting case. We've seen him lead off. We've seen him hit at the bottom of the order. That seems to be his only two spots, but either way, the talent is there. The hits come in bunches when he hits the bottom of the order, when he gets to the top. I don't think he has a single hit this year at the top of the order.
First pitch to Janesco. This is inside for 1-0 count. Right field. A 5-tool player can really do it all. The 1-0. Called strike on the inside corner. Count it up at one of these.
Janesco's got 5 hits on the year. 3 of them came in a 13-12 win over the Big Train last week. He's got to start spreading them out a little more.
The 1-1 is hit on a line to short. Or catches it on the fly. But it's back to the first safely. So, Janesco hit it on the screws just right at Josh Hurd, the shortstop.
Great instincts from Hurd as well. He only needed to take one lunge step to make the play on it. But a ball hit that fast, it was driven with speed, Jack. Not the easiest play to make. Hurd made it.
Those plays, you notice that some English on it in the line drives. That'll bring up Bryce Hurd. Takes the first pitch up for a ball.
Hurd walked on his last at-bat in 4 pitches. He's now seen 5 straight balls.
Huvel leading off at first. 1-0 to Bryce Hurd. Misses the outside corner. 2-0. That's a really nice take by Bryce Hurd. That's a slider, just daring the left fielder to swing at it. He says, no sir. Takes the ball. 2-0. In there for a called strike. Right on the inside corner. First strike on Hurd tonight. 2-1 count. We're typically an outfielder. DHing tonight. Pick off to first. Nothing doing.
Last time Hurd played the Thunderbolts, he hit an RBI triple. Another one could bring Huvel all the way around from first.
Runner on first, 1 out. Hurd swings and misses. 2 strikes now on the DH, so 2-2 count. T-Bolts ahead of Cropdusters 1-0 here in the top of the third. 1 out. Here's the 2-2. And it is hammered into right field over the head of Walters all the way to the wall. Huvel heading to third. He's coming home. Here's the play at the plate. No throw. Huvel easily scores, ties the game up at 1-1. And a bases clearing double for Bryce Hurd. Opposite field power from the Shippensburg product.
It seems every time we watch Bryce Hurd play, he has one of those banger hits that's good for extra bases. That one crawled all the way to the wall. A beautiful hit. We've yet to see him hit a home run, but that was as close as he's gotten, Jack.
That ball hit off the wall on the fly, it looked like. Great piece of hitting from Hurd. Mac Lewis steps up to the plate, struck out in his first at-bat. Score evened up 1-1 with a runner on second and 1 out here in the top of the third.
That was Herb's 6th extra base hit. He leads the team in that category.
Lewis takes the first pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Fastball high and outside, painted perfectly from Carver.
Lewis struck out his last at-bat swinging. Starts off just how he left.
The 0-1 misses outside.
It almost looked like the wind took that fastball. A break, very dramatic from inside to out against the lefty.
1 out, 1-1 count on Lewis. Carver picks off to second, and they got him at second. Bryce Hurd was dancing, taking an aggressive secondary. The spin move from Carver, and they got him at second base. What a break for the T-Bolts to take a runner out of scoring position. So now, nobody on, 2 outs, 1-1 count to Mac Lewis. Score still 1-1, top of the third inning. The 1-1 misses on the outside corner, 2-1. Lewis is in the driver's seat now. 2-1 count. Carver out of the stretch, delivers, misses high, ball 3. Hitters count for the second baseman. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Carver works back. Count is full 3-2. 2 outs.
Really late and ugly swing by Mac Lewis. A pitch low and away. He was too late on it anyway.
Full count pitch. It swung through. Carver gets out of it. And that'll do it, but the Cropdusters fight back. Score 1 run, and the game is knotted up at 1 apiece. As we will head to the bottom of the third inning, Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call. To the bottom of the third we go. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call tonight at Blair High School. And it is a 1-1 game between the Cropdusters and the Tacoma Thunderbolts. Peyton Brannock out there for his third inning of work. Got there scoreless first. Got into some trouble in the second inning. Was able to get out of first and third, nobody out. Just giving up 1 run. And he'll face off against the number 9 hole hitter, Mike Heckman, to start things off for Tacoma.
Mike Heckman, a late add to the T-Bolt side. He's only played in 1 game against the Cropdusters. He went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in that one.
First pitch to Heckman is popped high in the air, right to short. Hines camps under it. And he'll make the catch. 1 out, 1 pitch for big lefty Peyton Brannock.
And that's exactly what he needs. After a second inning in which he allowed 2 hits in the first run of the game, you want to just get out of this as quick as possible, turn things over to a reliever, and salvage what you got.
He'll bring up the speedy lefty, Jeff Sabater. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. He grounded to shortstop. His first at-bat of the night. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled down the left field side. The count evens up at 1-1. 1 out. The score tied up at 1-1. The bottom of the third. 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base side. Brannock gets ahead 1-2 on the leadoff hitter. One-two is the count. 1 out. Brannock kicks, fires, and that ball is hammered into the left center field. A base knock for Jeff Sabater. Low line drive right out of the outstretched reach of the shortstop Carter Hines.
And that's what Jeff Sabater does. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he'll hit frozen ropes to the outfield. That's his 24th hit of the year. That leads the T-Bolts.
He has some speed. He can go at first. They're going to want to keep him close. Gabe Ruiz steps into the box. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
Sabater's got 10 stolen bases on the year. Good for second on the team. Behind only Quincy Villa with 18 swipes.
Ruiz struck out in his first at-bat earlier in the first inning. 1 out, runner on first. Brannock deals. Misses high with the fastball. 1-1 is the count.
Ruiz struck out on 3 pitches, so good to see him taking a ball and learning his lesson.
Brannock picks off, nothing doing. The lefty has a plethora of pickoff disease. Goes with the quick step off and fire there. The 1-1 is chopped to short, gets through. Sabater will hold at second. Got under the glove of Carter Hines, who tried to make a diving play. The T-Bolts are cooking again. First and second, one out in the bottom of the third inning.
The exact same spot, but to the other side of Carter Hines. Had to make a dive on his non-glove side. Fortunately, it just skipped under. It's one of the more brutal plays that can happen to you in the infield.
So great. Steve Thomas will step into the batter's box with runners on first and second, one out. Score tied up at 1-1. He'll take the first pitch he sees for a ball in the outside corner. Brannock working into trouble for the second time tonight, trying to pull a Houdini act. 1-0. Is popped to right. Fry trying to get to the fence in foul territory, and it's just going to land over the fence. So, foul ball for Thomas.
Good effort from Fry. Plays outfield, plays in first base, so he has a lot of range, but even the 6'5" frame of Parker Fry couldn't bring that ball back down into his glove.
One out, runners on first and second. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 is the count. Brannock delivers, and that pitch is smoked to center field. Going back is Scott. Scott at the track makes the catch. Sabater tags. He'll cruise into third easily. So a nice play, turning and sprinting towards the track by the center fielder Brad Scott. And the T-Bolts have first and third with two outs, and Braden Foster coming to the plate.
What a well-hit ball from Steve Thomas, though. To me, it looked like it might have had a chance to go over the fence. Fortunately, the atmosphere did its job and brought it back down right into the outstretched glove of Brian Scott. An incredible defender out there.
Two outs, 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the third inning. Brannock delivers, and that pitch hits Foster on the hand. So Takoma will now have the bases loaded for Ryan Quadros, single in his first at-bat of the game.
Ryan Quadros got the party started for the T-Bolts, came all the way around and was the game's first run as well. The pressure is turned to 11 right now with two outs and bases loaded. They need Quadros to do something right here again.
Brannock trying to hold the game at 1-1. First pitch is low. Nice block by Spellman to keep Sabater at third. 1-0 count on the third baseman, Quadros. Two outs, bases loaded. The 1-0 is swung on and popped to left. Shallow left field is Puvel, and he'll make the catch to get out of the bases loaded jam. So Peyton Brannock works into some trouble but gets out of it unscathed. And we will head to the top of the fourth inning. Game still knotted up at 1-1. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call tonight. We head to the top of the fourth inning. Score still tied up 1-1. Cropdusters have worked themselves into some jams, but have gotten out of it relatively unscathed. And now they have the middle of this lineup of 4, 5, and 6 trying to take the lead.
Both bats have had a taste of success so far, but have kind of faltered when it mattered most. Bryce Herb was caught stealing at second. The T-Bolts just left bases loaded. So now it's a matter of which defense, which pitching staff messes up first.
Carter Hines will kick things off in the top of the fourth. Score so tied up 1-1. First pitch to the shortstop. In there for a called strike in his knees. So, Hines takes first pitch strike. You don't see that often. He normally really does a great job of getting ahead in counts. Swings and strikes. The 0-1 misses outside. Ball 1. Count evens up. 1-1.
Carver confused Hines with the first pitch, a slider down the middle. Tried the slider again, but it just fell off the table.
Hines grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. The 1-1 pitch is smoked to second, but caught on a line by Mike Heckman for the first out of the inning. So John Carver, in his 4th inning of work, continuing to be strong and pitch a great game, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Boma.
Boma took 2 pitches for balls this last at-bat before striking out.
First pitch to Boma. Misses low, ball 1. Boma hitting .264 on the season, but has come on as of late. 1-0 count, 1 out. Pitch misses up, ball 2. So, 1 out, nobody on. Game knotted up at 1-1. The 2-0 misses high again, so Boma in an advantageous 3-0 count with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning.
I'd be surprised if he swings at this.
3-0 goes behind Boma, and he'll take his base on 4 pitches to bring up the big lefty Parker Fry.
You know, Jack, the last time Ryan Boma played here, he was hit by 2 pitches from his Stroudsburg State teammates. This time, a pitch goes behind him. You gotta wonder if it's personal against the Brannock third baseman.
Think he's getting a little PTSD from that?
I'd hope not. He seems unfazed by it. He'll gladly take his base.
Well, Boma leads off first, 1 out, 1-1 ball game in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Fry, misses outside, ball 1.
Carver's continued to struggle with the arm side runs, and against lefties, that's going to be a flaw that's picked apart even more.
Yeah, he's just missing arm side a little bit right now. The 1-0. Misses outside again, 2-0.
Parker Fry already has an advantage seeing the release point of this righty pitcher. He's missing that way. Parker Fry's going to see it every time.
2-0 is the count. Carver comes set, delivers, misses high, ball 3. And now 7 straight balls from John Carver. Seems to be running out of steam in the 4th inning.
Only went 3 innings the last time he played.
3-0. Misses high again. 2 straight walks, 8 straight balls from John Carver. Let's see if that warrants a mound meeting. Jack McCarthy will talk to his pitcher. We'll stroll on out to the bottom as Connor Spellman will stroll on out to the plate.
I think the T-Bolts finally have somebody up and moving in the pen. Just buying enough time, but if Carver continues to miss as he has these past 2 batters, who better to take a walk than Connor Spellman as he's done all season long?
Here's on first and second, 1 out in the top of the 4th. 1-1 ball game. T-Bolt struck first. Second inning, Cropdusters came right back in the 3rd. Spellman digs into the box. Carver comes set. Delivers. There's another ball outside, so what is that, 9 straight balls?
9 straight balls.
It's not ideal.
Probably want to start throwing strikes if I'm John Carver.
That would be my advice. The 1-0 is fouled back, and you gotta wonder. The pitcher's throwing 9 straight balls. You bet if you swing at that 10th pitch, you better make sure you hit it hard.
Well, he did. He just put it in foul territory.
The 1-1 misses inside. Count runs to 2-1.
Now 10 balls in his last 11 pitches. The T-Bolts need some answers right now with runners at first and second.
Boma dancing off of second. Fry leading off of first. That pitch inside again. So the count will go to 3-1 with 1 out. And runners on first and second. And the Cropdusters are starting to work themselves to a very advantageous spot in this ballgame. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Carver fights back in the count. We'll get it back to a full count. 3-2 with 1 out.
Carver gave him some forbidden fruit, a high slider. Spellman made the right decision to swing at it. Just got to get bat on ball at that point.
Got to give him some credit. Because sometimes when a pitcher's not throwing a lot of strikes, he just go up there looking for a walk. He's ready to act. He knows what he's looking for, and he's been aggressive.
He's only had 2 hits this season. He told us that he's looking for a lot more, hitting 118 on the year.
Full count, 1 out. Carver delivers, misses high. So 3 straight walks from the right-handed pitcher. Brock Hunter will go have a talk.
That's a talk that probably should have had to happen 6 pitches ago, Jack. Carver's command has been drained now into his 4th inning of work. Whatever reliever comes in with just 1 out and bases loaded, they'll have a lot of work to do to get out of this pickle.
Brian Scott will step up to the plate with an opportunity to put the Cropdusters ahead early. Top of the 4th inning.
Jack,
Score is 1-1.
he hit his first home run in his last start, a 2-for-4 performance against the DC Grays.
And he hit the ball hard in his first at-bat tonight. Drive to center, and Sabin was going to put away. But a bases-loaded opportunity for the Frostburg State outfielder.
The only thing he can't do is put it on the ground.
First pitch to Scott. Misses on the outside corner. Carver wanted that one. That could have gone either way. But when you have a pitcher that's not throwing a lot of strikes, you can't expect to get that call. The 1-0. Misses high, ball 2. Carver throws 2 straight balls to Scott. And Scott is ahead in the count 2-0 with 1 out, and the base is loaded. 1-1 is the score in the top of the 4th. 2-0 is the count. Carver delivers, catches the outside corner, strike 1. We got a strike back, 2-1 is the count.
It's exactly what he's been looking for with these sliders. Finally limits the run enough to bury it into the low away corner.
The 2-1 is in the dirt. Good block by McCarthy to keep the runners at bay. But now, Carver is 1 ball away from walking in a run with the count being 3-1. And the base is loaded. Nowhere to put him. Hitters count for Scott 3-1. Carver comes set, delivers, and he hits Scott. So, John Carver all over the place. That'll bring in a run as Boma will score on the hit by pitch with bases loaded. And the Cropdusters are ahead 2-1.
Now there's some more frantic movement in the Thunderbolts bullpen. As though a call is being made at this very moment. Carver remains in for now, but I've seen soft toss turn into more lively throws in that Thunderbolts bullpen. They're going to have to take him out sooner rather than later.
Bases are still loaded with 1 out. Griffin Cruvella swings and misses at the first pitch. He was hit by a pitch in the first at-bat of the night for the left fielder, so not the best control night for Carver. The 0-1 is popped to right field. Thomas giving chase, but it's going to be Heckman ranging to shallow right to make the catch. Runners stay where they are. So a productive out for John Carver. There are now 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Base is still loaded, and Cropdusters ahead 2-1.
It's a big at-bat for Jason Janesco now. Has a chance to really pour it on for the Cropdusters. They haven't scored more than 3 runs in the past 6 games.
Janesco hit it hard in his first at-bat, just right at the shortstop. And he nubs one that spins fair. Carver fields, makes the out at first. That ball had a lot of English on it. And that will leave the Cropdusters with just 1 run scored in the inning. As they take a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Jack Feldman and Jish Sokolsky on the call tonight at Blair High School. It's a beautiful night. What do you think the temperature is at, Jish? Brisk, 65, 70?
I wouldn't say 65. I think we're a little bit... I think 77 is a good guess again. I'm going to go check on that right now.
Cropdusters ahead of the T-Boats 2-1. The T-Boats will have top of the lineup, bottom of the lineup coming up in the bottom of the fourth.
Right now it's 88 degrees, believe it or not, Jack.
I was way off. Wow.
It's not like we're sitting directly in the sunlight, so maybe that's impacting the way we feel it, but an 88-degree night at the ballpark with nice winds, a packed house. This is the American dream, Jack.
Can't beat it. Jack McCarthy will step up to the dish for the T-Boats. He singled in his first at-bat tonight. Brannock is back out there for his fourth inning of work. You don't see that too often for Cropdusters pitchers.
I'm a fan of it, though. If he's hot, let him cook. Got out of a jam in his last inning.
Misses low. First pitch from McCarthy, ball 1. Brannock from the stretch, the 1-0. Catches the inside corner. Evens things up at 1-1. 1-1, misses low. In the dirt, ball 2. McCarthy in the driver's seat. Count runs to 2-1 with nobody on and no outs in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1. Misses low again. Check swing. He did go. So, Brannock gets the whiff. McCarthy is down to his final strike. 2-2 is the count.
Brannock's bread and butter. Pitch low, let him swing.
The 2-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Cropdusters ahead. 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. No outs, nobody on.
I'm a big fan of that strategy from Brannock, too. You throw those low fastballs, you're more likely to induce a ground ball as well.
The 2-2. Misses up. Tried to go with the elevated fastball. Induce a swing and miss from McCarthy. McCarthy doesn't bite. So the count is full. 3-2. Misses low. Couple of balls in the dirt from Brannock, and that'll lead to the leadoff base runner over at first base and bring up the shortstop, Josh Hurd.
Hurd has the game's only RBI in a very unique way. He grounded it to a double play with runners in the corners and no outs in his last at-bat.
Runner on first, nobody out. Cropdusters ahead of Tacoma Thunderbolts 2-1. First pitch to Hurd is popped up high, shallow center field. Scott coming in, and he'll make the catch. Brannock gets the first out of the inning. Runner's still on first base. Matthew Walters steps up to the plate. Interesting welcome song. You're a big fan of that, Jish.
I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's funny. It's not a walk-up song.
Walters takes a curveball in there for strike 1.
It's that Marvin Gaye Sexual Healing. Great song, not a walk-up song.
The 0-1 catches the inside corner. Another breaking ball. Brannock doubled up, and he's ahead of Walters 0-2 with 1 out and a runner on first base. 0-2 is the count. Brannock comes set. Fires. That pitch is grounded foul. Third base side.
Walter's almost lucky that one poked foul because it stays in play. An inning-ending double play was on the table.
Cropdusters ahead of the Thunderbolts 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-2. Foul back. Almost at us, Jish.
Took a nice little skip, but I wasn't super scared at that one. Skipped off to our
We
right.
never get scared.
Of course not, no.
Foul ball's right back at us. 1 out. Runner on first. 0-2 count. Brannock comes set out of the stretch and misses inside with the fastball. Walters works it back to 1-2. Hitting .234 on the season, but has 2 big flies on the year. 1-2. In the dirt, but gets Walters swinging. Walters went fishing for that one. Couldn't hook anything. And Brannock gets the punch out with the number 9 hole hitter, Mike Heckman, stepping to the plate.
That's how Brannock hurts you. Give him the low pitches, watch him swing. That's what happened with Walters. He's out of there.
2 outs, runner on first. Ekman taking the first pitch high for ball 1.
It's to the point where sometimes Brannock struggles with elevation because of that.
Cropdusters ahead of the T-Bolts 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 outs, the 1-0. Swung on and out of play.
Good play from Sabater, the on-deck batter, catching that barehanded.
Like a cat off the screen. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked up by Feldman. Runner stayed put. 2 outs, runner on first base. It's the catcher, Jack McCarthy, who walked to lead off the inning. And since then, Brannock has gotten a strikeout and a flyout. He's down 2-1 in the count. Misses high, ball 3. Ekman in the driver's seat, 3-1 is the count.
Brannock again missing high. He's got to do what he does best and pitch low in the zone.
2 outs, 3-1 count on Ekman. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and out of play. Over the right bullpen. A lot of kids tonight, Jish.
Running up the kids after that foul ball, stomping on the bleachers above us. You always love to see it. Inspiring the next generation of Cropdusters and T-Bolts.
Full count, 2 outs. 2-2. Brannock leads in, comes set. Kicks and fires. Runner walked him, so runner went a walk from Brannock, and T-Bolts will have first and second with 2 outs, and their leadoff hitter stepping up to the dish.
Jeff Sabater, 1 for 2 on the day and a single in his last at bat. The best hitter in the Cal Ripken League statistically.
Sabater takes the first pitch low. Spellman blocks it. McCarthy thought about heading for third, but thought better.
The slight shift in the infield as well finds the shortstop playing close to their third base bag while Lewis shades up the middle.
2-1 ball game. Cropdusters ahead. There's on first and second. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0. Flips the outside corner. Strike 1. Big at bat in this ball game as Brannock wants to hold on to this Cropdusters lead. 2 outs. 2-1. Swung through by Sabater. So Brannock evens things up at 2-2. Cinderella count. Ballerina count.
There you go.
I always mess that up. 2-2. This is outside of meter full. 3-2. I guess it's because it's not a traditional baseball term. It's something coined, which is tremendous, by the way. I love it.
Oh, I appreciate it, Jack. I'm sure you got you
Makes
got
sense.
you got
Ballerina count 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, it's like the article of clothing, but also like the count.
Pitch is in the dirt. Sabater swings through it. Put him away for the 3rd out of the inning. So another punch out by Brannock, who has been really solid tonight through 4 innings, 1 earned run from the lefty starter. And we go ahead to the top of the 5th. Cropdusters ahead of the Thunderbolts 2-1. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. We will head to the top of the fifth. Feldman and Jish Sokolsky on the call with you on this beautiful night. Saturday night in June. What could be better, Jish? Cropdusters leading 2-1.
I'll tell you what could be better for the Cropdusters, having the same pitcher out there, John Carver, after loading the bases twice, allowing the Cropdusters to take the lead, and seeming at times that he was going to be taken off. He's still out there.
Well, it's certainly a curious decision by T-Bone's head coach Brock Hunter. Carver has not shown the ability to command the zone tonight. A lot of walks, a lot of hit-by pitches. Walked 3 straight batters and hit a 4th guy in his last inning of work. Bryce Hurd will step to the plate and he gets plunked. So Carver just really not having any idea where the ball is going to.
The leash can't be super long at this point. They've got an arm warming up in the pen. Jay Wandell appears as though that he's getting closer and closer to coming in. It was the same story last time John Carver played. A strong start, and then he's kind of fallen off the rails.
Catcher Jack McCarthy will go have a talk with his pitcher, try to settle him down, maybe try to buy some time for Wandell to get loose. Mac Lewis will step up to the plate. He struck out twice tonight. Got off to a hot start in his Cropduster career, but since then has cooled off a little bit. Long out meeting between pitcher and catcher. McCarthy finally walk it back to the dish. Trying to limit the damage. Bryce Hurd leading off first, no outs. The top of the 5th inning, Cropdusters ahead of the T-Bolts 2-1. First pitch to Lewis, he goes to bunt, moves back. That pitch misses on the outside corner. At this point, you got to be taking a strike or thinking about it. Lewis Carver's not throwing a lot of them. The 1-0, he bunts again. This time, pulls back and it's there for a strike. So Carver finally gets 1. And he evens the count up at 1-1. Dusters ahead of Tacoma. 2-1. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the 5th. Carver will step up. 1-0 count to Mac Lewis. We'll see if he's bunting again. He is not, and he'll take a breaking ball in the outside corner for a ball. So, 2-1. Purdue second baseman. He is in the driver's seat. 2-1. He goes to bunt again this time. Pulls back and another ball from Carver. You gotta imagine this is his last batter.
It's getting worse and worse, Jack. He's missing by feet outside of the strike zone, not inches. He's not even close to the zone.
3-1, hitters count for Lewis. Runner on first, nobody out. He squares the bunt, pulls back again, and he'll take his base on balls. A hit by pitch and a walked batter, and that will do it for John Carver. Gets into the 5th inning, only giving up 2 runs, but a lot of base runners, and he will have 2 of his inherited runners on bases. Looks like Jay Wandell will come into the game for the Tacoma Thunderbolts.
So now when all is said and done, John Carver against the Cropdusters has 11 walks after a 5-walk performance tonight. Throwing a couple of hit-by pitches, 3 of them as well. He starts off pretty tight. Started off with 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but as the game progressed, the fatigue, the mental stress of the game got to him. And now you have to ask your reliever to put away the middle of the order with no outs on the scoreboard. It's not a winning formula for the T-Bolts.
Not a winning formula. Still anybody's game. Cropdusters only ahead 2-1. Top of the 5th. Book on the reliever, Jay Wandell. He's going to Towson, 2024, so rising freshman. He's throwing 85, 84, 85, around there, but great curveball, great slider, and he has a lot of arm side run on his 2-seam. That's his primary pitch, and He just carves guys up, running that pitch in on their hands.
Jack, a little birdie told me that you played against him in high school. How did you do personally against him?
I didn't play against him in high school. I played with him.
Played
growing up.
There you go.
He was on my, I think it was an 8U travel baseball team.
How was the slider looking then?
He was pitching. He was doing well. He was one of our best pitchers on that team. Not that I remember much from the 8U days, but good guy.
Well, he hasn't had a lot of run this season in the Calrissian League. We'll see if he still has the same magic he had when he was 8 years old. He's played in 3 games, 9 1/3 innings pitched. No earned runs for him with just 3 walks, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts.
It's just you can even see in warm-ups here how much run he has on that 2-seamer. It's a nasty pitch.
Definitely has a nice little kind of corkscrew action almost.
Runners on first and second, nobody out. T-Wolves are going to be looking for a drop ball double play, and no one better to do that than Jay Wandell. His brother Dean Wandell, one of the assistant coaches for the Thunderbolts.
Very interesting. You think there's a little bit of nepotism?
I don't think so. Dean Wandell was a great baseball player at Frostburg State. Had a really nice career, and now he's coaching at Churchill High School. Coaching with the T-Wolves. Wandell will step his foot on the rubber. Runners on first and second. No outs for Carter Hines. Squares the bunt. Takes the ball outside. First baseman Brandon Foster was playing all the way on the grass. Only a 2-1 ball game. Cropdusters ahead. Maybe Coach Leader wants to push another runner into scoring position. We'll see if Hines is bunting. He is. Pops it straight up for a foul, and no one's going to catch that. So the count runs even at 1-1.
You know, with all the offensive struggles we've seen from the Cropdusters as of late, they haven't tried bunting that often, and when they have, it really hasn't gone super well. I think of Brian Scott bunts in the 4-1 loss to the Grays where he popped it right to the pitcher.
Runners on first and second, no outs. 1-1, Hines swinging away and takes it in the dirt for ball 2.
You've got to imagine that Coach Leader is emphasizing bunt more.
Yeah, you don't want to take the bat out of Hines' hands. He's their best hitter.
Of course not, but I think with his speed, he could definitely get on base.
Foster flipping very in on the grass. He's swinging away. This is up with a fastball. Hines in the driver's seat. 3-1 is the count. No outs. Runners on first and second. Some speed on the bases with Herb at second and Lewis at first. Two of their faster players. The 3-1 catches the outside corner.
There's that filthy movement you're talking about, Jack. Moving from arm side to glove side. Buries into the bottom corner right away from Carter Hines, who you can't really see it any better than that.
Wandell really burying that sinker low, trying to get a ground ball. Full count pitch. Still on the right field sideline out of play.
That's another side effect of a pitch like that. That one looked like it was careening outside of the strike zone, but Carter Hines saw one bury in, thought about it a little too much, and swung at a ball outside the zone.
Hines working really tough at bat on the youngster, Jay Wandell. There's a first and second. No outs, and it looks like a soccer ball has made its way onto the field, and Jay Wandell will put it back out of play. Two-sport athlete over there.
Have that removed. Wrong sport that we're playing over here. I wonder if there's a soccer game going on at the football stadium to the right of the baseball field here.
Herb off a second, Lewis off a first. Hines in the batter's box. Count is full on the shortstop. 3-2, Wandell kicks, fires, and that pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again.
Carter Hines doing a great job, has already forced 8 pitches in this at-bat. When you're a reliever coming in, you want to get quick outs, and Carter Hines has not given Jay Wandell that satisfaction.
Cropdusters ahead, 2-1, top of the fifth, looking to threaten even more. Full count pitch. is fouled off his foot. So a really long, drawn-out at-bat from Carter Hines, and that's what he does, Jish. He's a grinder.
He's grinded thus far 3 straight foul balls with a full count. We're now up to double digits on his first batter, Jay Wandelas. Has to be frustrated.
Wandell keeps firing in strikes, and Hines keeps spoiling them. The 3-2 is chopped to second. Heckman throws the ball to left field. That'll allow Herb to score. Lewis stops at third. Hines will make his way to second. So what looked like a routine ground ball for Mike Heckman just sails the throw, and that allows a Cropduster to score, and they are now ahead 3-1.
You'll take that any day of the week if you're Bryce Herb. An easy walk-in off of the throwing error from Mike Heckman. Now there's 2 in scoring position with no outs. A disastrous start for Jay Wandell, and it's not even his fault.
Absolutely not. He was throwing strikes to Hines, won the battle, which, what a battle it was. Heckman was not able to pick his teammate up.
Now the infield playing really far in against Ryan Boma, the next hitter.
Boma walked and struck out earlier in the game. He'll take this first pitch into left field. Ruiz camped under it. Tagging is Lewis. He just draws the throw. And they got it. It looked like he tried to draw the throw, got a little bit too far off the base. A good throw to the cutoff man, Quadros, and they got him at third. A bang-bang call.
A great throw from the left fielder Ruiz as well to hit the cutoff man, Quadros. Lewis was just a step too late on the tag-up. Was caught in no man's land and just could not get back home safely. A double play turned off of what could have been a sac fly.
Cropdusters had 3-1 in the top of the 5th. 2 outs and a runner on second base for Parker Fry. They try to pick off Hines at second. He'll get back in there. Just jawing the Cropdusters dugout. They didn't like that out call at third base. 2 outs, running on second. 3-1 ball game in the top of the 5th. Pitch to Fry, misses on the outside corner. He's ahead of the count 1-0.
Good movement from the pitch from Wandell. But righty versus lefty, Parker Fry sees every inch of run that it comes out of his hand.
Stepping off is Wandell. No reset. 1-0. Inside ball 2. Fry works the count to 2-0. With Carter Hines taking his lead off of second base and 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Cropdusters head 3-1. The 2-0 misses just low. Fry is in the driver's seat for the 3-0 count.
He walked in 4 pitches last time to the last pitcher, John Carver, on the verge of doing so again.
Wandell picks off again, sliding back safely as Hines.
It would be a nightmare if he actually got Hines, because Parker Fry is in as good of a count for a batter as you can get, 3-0. You would have to restart in the next inning if the third out came on a caught stealing.
Base is open at first, 3-0 count. Wandell delivers. There's strike in there. Get back in this count, 3-1.
A bombastic sinker from Jay Wandell, moving from 12 to 6 with a lot of speed.
So, bowling ball sinker from the righty, 3-1. Misses low. Fry will take his walk, and that'll bring up Connor Spellman with runners on first and second and 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
Spellman also walked his last at-bat, worked the count full before doing so. But that was his 14th of the year. If anyone can keep this inning alive, it's the great extender, Connor Spellman.
Cropdusters ahead 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Opportunity for the catcher, Connor Spellman. We'll take the first pitch he sees low, so ball 1. Wandell trying to work himself out of trouble that really wasn't too much his fault. The 1-0. Misses high, ball 2.
It's really interesting with Wandale because the reason Carter Hines is on base is because of his defense fault, but the reason he has 2 outs is because of his defense is flourishing. Double play turned at the third base side to Mac Lewis.
Wandell comes set. Fires. Pitch misses low. Another ball from the righty. That's been a common theme for the T-Boats this afternoon, tonight. Consistently third strikes.
They're already up to 6 walks on the day. They've thrown 25 in 3 games against the Cropdusters, so they're up to 31 on the year.
Runner goes at third. McCarthy makes the throw, and they got him to end the inning. Leader wants batter's interference.
I think he's going to get it, too. The defense ran back out onto the field. So they'll give Hines the base and the walk to Spellman.
I don't really know. I think they said, I don't know what that could have been about. But
perhaps it might have just been a routine walk to Connor Spellman, too.
Well, I don't think... I mean, Hines was coming off the field like he thought he was just thrown out, so... And maybe he didn't know what was going on, but...
More baseball calculus.
Spellman walks. That'll bring up Brian Scott. Chops first pitch he sees to third. Quadros will step on the bag to get the force out. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th inning. Cropdusters ahead 3-1 as we will be back with you. Jack Feldman and Jish Sokolsky on the call for the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball here on this wonderful Saturday evening. Jack Feldman and Jish Sokolsky on the call tonight. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cropdusters ahead of the Tacoma Thunderbolts 3-1. New pitcher on the mound for the Dusters in righty Owen Basso.
Owen Basso is the latest Lafayette Leopard as well. It's announced this morning that he's transferring from Dayton University to Lafayette College. And they're getting a good pitcher, Jack. This righty has some incredible stuff.
He does, has a high-octane fastball, great changeup. I'm a big fan of that mascot named the Leopards. You don't see that too often anymore.
And it's a nice alliteration, too. I love it when teams do that.
Lafayette Leopards.
Lafayette. I think it's the Leopards. I know they have some sort of cat as their logo. I imagine it would be the Leopards, right?
The 2-hole hitter, Gabe Ruiz, will start things off for the T-Bolts in the bottom 5th. He'll swing through the first pitch he sees. Basso ahead 0-1. That's what he has to do, just get ahead of hitters. When he throws strikes, he is done.
Basso hasn't seen a lot of run this season, only 5 innings, but 6 strikeouts, 6 earned runs. He's seen a lot of action in the limited time.
0-1. Flips the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Great breaking ball from the righty. He put fully in the driver's seat.
Gabe Ruiz hits in the 2-hole for the T-Bolts, but he only hits 179 on the year. Already struck out once today. He's 1 for 2.
Count is 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Basso delivers. Misses high with the fastball. Ruiz gets one back at 1-2.
That one almost plunked Ruiz in the head, and that's the scary thing with Owen Basso. We've seen that quite a bit in his limited run.
He likes to pitch inside. Ruiz has struck out and single, infield single to short. In his 2 at-bats tonight. Basso coming set for a long time. The 1-1 just misses inside. He wanted that one.
He absolutely wanted that one. Just missed a little bit low after he overcompensated a little on a high ball last night.
So pitching out of the stretch even with nobody on. 2-1 is powered into the left center gap. Coming on his T-belt. He's not going to get there. But he will hold Ruiz to a single. So second base hit of the night for Gabe Ruiz, and Basso has led the leadoff hitter on the bottom of the 5th inning.
Very similar to his last single, a blast to the left fielder. Griffin Bubel does a great job fielding it off the hop, knowing he can't make the play, but using the cannon of an arm to get it back into the infield. This is why we always are complimenting the Cropdusters outfield defense.
Runner at first, nobody out for Steve Thomas. We'll take the first pitch he sees in there for a called strike. Stuff looks good for Basso tonight. That's usually a good sign for him. Runner goes. Spellman's throw is wide. Doesn't get him. Stolen base for Ruiz. And he is in scoring position.
Spellman did all he could on a low pitch, popping up with great speed. The throw was on time. It just skipped out of the glove of Carter Hines, the shortstop, shadowing over. Not sure there was a play to be made because Gabe Ruiz had a great jump, slid in, made the play.
Thomas with the dish. The 0-1. Misses high, pops out of the glove of Spellman. Runner goes to third. Spellman's throw is not in time. And in the blink of an eye, Ruiz is 90 feet away from scoring.
An unfortunate passed ball from Connor Spellman. A little bit of small ball to put the second runner for the T-Bolts at third base.
Nobody out. Runner on third base. 3-1 ball game. Cropdusters ahead. 2-1. Just misses the outside corner. 3-1 is the count.
To me, that one looked like it planted in the top corner, but umpire sees it differently. Right in no man's land.
3-1 count. Basso from the stretch gets him swinging. So a punchy for Owen Basso gets the first out of the inning.
A check swing from Steve Thomas. He thought he held up in time, but just couldn't control the bat as it crossed the first base line.
Braden Foster steps into the box with runner on third, 1 out. Make first pitch high for ball 1. Basso trying to strand this runner. Still has 2 outs to go. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by Foster. Basso works back 1-1.
Filthy pitch outside to in against the lefty. Basso caught him swinging at a sweet tooth of a ball high in the zone.
Runner on third, 1 out. 1-1 count. Basso sets. Delivers, misses outside, ball 2.
So also has a tendency to miss arm side. Not an issue against these lefty batters, but is prone to hitting batters sometimes.
The 2-1. Misses arm side again. So he's been missing there. He's going to grab some dirt, trying to figure out his command. He's got an open base at first. 1 out, runner on third. 3-1 count on Foster. Basso kicks, fires, misses high again. Base on balls for Braden Foster to bring up Ryan Quadros, who had a single earlier, I guess, went to center field.
Came all the way around and scored the only run for the T-Bolts this time there, but he has to be careful yet again. He left 3 on the base paths in his last at-bat with a pop-up. Now a double play can end the inning as well. See if he's made for this moment.
He's on first and third. Basso's first pitch to Quadros misses high again, so Basso falls behind 1-0. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Cropdusters ahead 3-1. 1-0. Misses high. That was a breaking ball this time. Spellman's going to go have a chat with his pitcher.
Yeah, that one nearly hit Ryan Quadros in the head. Basso's missing tall, and he's missing inside to righties. It's really scary, especially after the shutdown performance we saw from Peyton Brannock. Oh, and Basso has to collect himself in a hurry.
Well, he's got to make an adjustment, but the issue is he's missing high. He tries to adjust and throw a fastball low. There's a runner 90 feet away, so a wild pitch scores a run with the T-Bolts.
That's true, but you have to trust your catcher, Connor Spellman, one of the better defensive players at any position on this team.
That pitch runs in and hits Foster. So the base is loaded at the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Jack McCarthy, catcher, who's been on base twice today.
Looks like Mike Evans is already going to talk to his reliever, Basso. This is very eerily similar to his first time out there against the DC Grays, where he loaded the bases, coming in with a lead, eventually gave it up and got the loss.
That game, Basso was able to pull a little bit of a Houdini act, so we'll see if he has another one in the holster tonight.
Perhaps all he needs is a little talking to from his coach. Hopefully still riding high from his commitment this morning. Didn't play at all at Dayton his freshman year. He was rehabbing an injury.
Those big momentum swing games. Moments. Bases loaded, 1 out. 3-1 ball game. Cropdusters winning.
Go-ahead run is at first base, though, Jack.
Bottom of the 5th inning.
McCarthy's
Jack
consistently, he's been their best hitter. 1 for 1 with a walk as well. Another walk would bring in a run.
Well, the bases are juiced. 1 out. Basso comes set. Fires. Misses inside. Ball 1.
It's unfortunate because that was one of his prettier pitches. The advice is to just do that again.
The 1-0 is sliced down the right field line. Foul. Just barely.
Well, I'm saying tie ball game if that one lands fair. There was no Cropduster in position to make a play on it. A great hit to opposite field from Jack McCarthy, just barely tiptoed away.
McCarthy trying to get his Thunderbolts back into this one. Trailing 3-1. But they have the bases loaded and 1 out at the bottom of the 5th inning. McCarthy will call time, just take a second. Catch his breath. Pivotal moment. We'll see who's going to win the battle between Basso and McCarthy. McCarthy digs in. The 1-0. This is high. That's where he's been missing.
McCarthy just pulls ahead. It's 2-1 now. You cannot afford to give up any ground with bases loaded.
2-1 count. Basso's right arm dangling. Comes set. Takes a deep breath and fires another high fastball that misses. McCarthy firmly in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count and 3 ducks on the pond.
Jack, there's already movement in the Cropdusters bullpen. Brandon Brown is warming up. Bastards only gone through 1 out.
Corners in for the Cropdusters, middle infield back. With 3-1. It's in there for a called strike. Flipping that outside corner. The count has run full.
Excellent deceptive movement from Basso. McCarthy almost thought he had that run, but it just plants in.
The 3-2. Basso on set. Barely misses on the inside corner. Borderline pitch. That's going to walk in a run. The T-Bolts got one back, and they are now trailing only 3-2 in this ball game. Josh Rowe stepping his way into the batter's box. That pitch really could have gone either way. Base is still juiced for Bird. That was back for first pitch he sees. Basso gets ahead 0-1.
It's really important for Basso to get ahead now. The tying run is at third base. A walk brings him in. He's put his last 3 batters on base. He has to start reporting some outs.
1 out. Cropdusters up 3-2. The 0-1 misses high. Ball 1. Bird, very disciplined hitter. Got off to a great start. Cooled down a little bit since then, but still a strong hitter at the bottom of that order. Take another ball up. 2-1 is the count. Basso's just not doing a good enough job of getting ahead of batters.
Got ahead. He's got to do a better job of keeping the pitches down.
Bases loaded. Runners 1 out. 2-1 is the count. Basso delivers, and that ball is popped up in the infield. Lewis will charge and make the catch. And that is just what the doctor ordered for Owen Basso. Gets the infield fly, and runners will stay put.
It's a huge sigh of relief for Owen Basso because now it takes the sac fly off the table with bases loaded too. That could have tied the game. Now, there isn't much that Matthew Walters can do except for get a hit or a walk to bring in the tying run.
Walters digging that back toe in the batter's box. 2 outs, base is still loaded. 3-2 ball game, Dusters ahead. Walters takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. Another inside pitch that is in danger of hitting him.
He had to duck away from that. If he didn't, the T-Bolts would tie this game up. Walters made a business decision, ducked away from it.
The 1-0. Just misses low. Basso down 2-0 in the count. Walters, as the hitters count, 2-0. Basso kicks, fires, and that pitch is sliced down the right field line. Foul. Like a little bye-bye in action for Matthew Walters. Just wasn't able to straighten it out.
Is that similar to your golf game, Jack?
I tend to snap hook everything. I'm not a big slice guy. Typically doesn't go straight.
I'm not the biggest golf guy. Snap hook to me just gives me flashbacks of a dorm room.
The 2-1. Big swing and a miss from Walters. Basso 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 2-2 is the count. Cropdusters up 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Basso from the windup. Got him! Swinging. Owen Basso mitigates the damage. Thunderbolts score 1, and the Cropdusters will head to the top of the 6th, holding on to a 3-2 lead. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball as we head to the top of the sixth inning. Cropdusters ahead of the Thunderbolts 3-2. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call on this beautiful Saturday evening.
It's been a tightly contested game, too, Jack. Both teams are benefiting from the weather rather than groveling in it.
It will be the bottom of the order trying to start things off for the Dusters. Griffin Cleavell step into the batter's box. He is flown out to right field and was hit by a pitch earlier tonight. Jay Wandell still on the bump. Will fire the first pitch, sees inside for a ball.
You got to credit Cleavell's discipline tonight. He hasn't put really any bad swings on the ball yet.
The 1-0. Chopped foul. Count rems to 1-1.
Cleavell leads the team with 18 strikeouts, but it's just seemingly gotten better and better as the season has gone on.
The numbers on the whole still don't look great, but the at-bats have been looking better. The 1-1 just misses the outside corner. Cleavell in the driver's seat with the count 2-1.
That's exactly what he needs. He had a tendency to swing at everything earlier in the season.
The 2-1 is swung on and fouled back. Evens things up at 2 apiece. No outs, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Wandell from the windup. That pitch is swung through for Cleavell. Wandell gets him swinging for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jason Janesco.
Answers Jinx strikes again, just as we're talking about his good at-bats. And it still was a good at-bat. Let's not detract from it at all, but a swinging strikeout to capitalize it gives Wandell some wind in his sails.
First pitch to the speedy right fielders. Taken on the inside corner for a called strike. Janesco hit the ball really hard his first at-bat, just right at the shortstop. And grounded second in the second at-bat. He gets plunked there. Another hit batter. We've seen plenty of those tonight, and he'll take his base.
Glad to see Janesco on the base pad, seeing if he can do some damage. We've seen him fly for infield hits, fly in the outfield to make plays. Yet to see him really collect any steals, but the Cropdusters lead threatened. He might have to start snagging some bases.
Leadoff will step up to the dish. And a couple of guys in the conversation, but for my money, Jason Janesco, fastest guy in the team. He likes to run. Herb takes a called strike right at his knees. Painted by Wandell. Oh, 1 count on the Shippensburg righty. Cropdusters up 3-2 in the top of the sixth inning. Runner on first. 1 out. Herb fouls that one out of play. He's quickly down 0-2.
What I'm looking at this bait on this at bat is Jason Janesco at first in a really low squat, his feet really wide apart, ready to take a aggressive jump if he needs to.
The 0-2 fouled again out of play down the right field side. Herb staying alive was slid up to the leadoff spot today, and so far he's walked, hit a big double, and been hit by a pitch, so it's paid dividends for Coach Leader.
He just gets on.
Pick off third to first, nothing doing. Herb trying to get on for the 4th time tonight. The 0-2 in the dirt. Did he go? He did. They say he went around. So Bryce Herb has struck out for the first time tonight, and that'll bring up Mac Lewis at 2 outs and the runner on first.
I don't know about that, Jack. I didn't even see the bat leave his shoulder. But no use crying over spilled milk. 2 strikeouts for Jay Wandell.
The lefty Mac Lewis walked his last time up. Takes the first pitch, sees low for a ball. With 2 outs, maybe we'll see Janesco finally put in motion. Cropdusters pulling up to a 3-2 lead, top of the 6th inning. That pitch outside. Lewis ahead 2-0 in the count.
Big credit to Lewis, not trying to get it all back into one swing. He struck out his first 2 at-bats, walked his last time up, and now is up 2-0.
Pick off again. Chinesco gets back easily. Picking up a lot of dirt over there. First base. 2-0. Spout off down the left field side.
Lewis is just a little bit late on that swing, when he perhaps didn't even need to put a swing on a really high pitch from Wandale.
Lewis still in the driver's seat. 2 outs, runner first. 2-1 is the game. Cropdusters up 3-2. 2-1 inside. Time is called. Wonder. I think called a balk.
That's probably what I imagine, because Chinesco just simply walked to second base. No throw made, no nothing.
That'll move a runner into scoring position. 2 outs, runner on second. Wandale takes a look at Chinesco at second. 3-1 is chopped foul. On play down the first base side. Wandale runs it full. 2-2. 2 outs. 2-2. Chop to first. Just curves foul. Lucky break for Lewis.
Bounce went the Cropdusters' way. If that stayed in play, that's the inning. We saw a similar thing happen to Jason Chinesco earlier in this game. A ball that barely stayed in and ended the inning.
2 outs. 2-2 count. 2's running wild. The top of the 6th inning. Cropdusters up 3-2. The pitch is fouled back, and we'll do it again.
A good at-bat from Mac Lewis. Took 2 balls, has fouled off a few pitches, but he's not getting beaten by balls in the zone. He's contesting and staying alive, keeping the inning alive.
2-2 count. Wandale taking a look at Chinesco. Spins Chinesco back in there easily. Paying a lot of attention to the speedy outfielder.
It's always very risky to make that cutoff throw backwards. You have to be really on the same page with your infield.
That entire play is just all about timing. The 2-2 misses low, and Lewis has worked the count full.
Now he has. We almost had 3 balls, but because of the bulk, the pitch didn't count. It was a ball anyway. Hence the confusion on the scoreboard here.
Chinesco dancing off a second. The full count pitch. Got him swinging. Jay Wandale works out of trouble. That will do it for the top of the 6th. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. Cropdusters ahead 3-2. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-1-2 in the lineup for the T-Boats as they try to claw their way back into this one, trailing 3-2. Basso still on the mound. They're getting out of trouble his last inning. First pitch to Heckman, low for the ball.
Glad to see that he's missing low this time. His last inning, he had struggles sailing balls above the strike zone. Rather not see him miss, but if he's going to miss, better overcorrect.
Misses low again. Count runs to 2-0.
See, but now you got to find the sweet spot. You missed high, you missed low. Go somewhere between that with the mechanics.
Heckman standing tall. The 2-0 right down the middle, 2-1. Is the count? No outs, nobody on. Dusters up 3-2. Basso delivers, misses high and inside. Heckman firmly in the driver's seat. 2-1. Hitters count for the second baseman. The 2-1. 3-1. This is high. With ball 4. So that's another leadoff base runner given up by the Cropdusters, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Jeff Sabater. Coach Leader will go talk to his pitcher.
It looks like Brandon Brown is emerging from the bullpen, so Owen Basso's leash was super short. They gave him an inning. He already gave up a run. They didn't want to see this get out of hand quick. Adam Leader, after the Cropdusters just went on a losing streak because the pitching kind of gets away from them in the middle innings. He's not taking any chances. Owen Basso's day is done after one inning. He doesn't like it. But the Cropdusters are turning to one of their better pitchers now in Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown has really done it all for the Cropdusters so far this season. He's come out of the bullpen. He's started games. Electric stuff. When he throws strikes, Jish, he is extremely difficult to square up. He's going to try to hold on to this 3-2 lead with no outs in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Brandon Brown has got 9 1/3 this year in 3 appearances. 12 strikeouts for him. 10 of those came against the first-place Gaithersburg Giants. For whatever reason, Brown brings his A game against the North Division. We'll see if that translates to the T-Bolts today.
Brown can run that fastball 92-93 with a devastating wipeout slider. Just high-octane stuff for the big righty. This guy, highly recruited out of high school, went to Wake Forest, and transferred to JUCO, and now he's looking to get back to the Division I level.
Brown didn't quite have the fairest shot at Wake Forest. He was hurt his freshman and sophomore year. Didn't get to see the diamond out there. Transferred to JUCO, where he played exceptionally well at Chesapeake Community College this past season. Pitched a lot for them, and now he's ready with 3 years of eligibility to make the jump back to that D1 Power 5 level. He's definitely got the stuff for it.
There's no doubt in my mind that he will make that jump, because he is one of the best, if not the best pitcher on this team. And they are using him in the clutch in the bottom of the sixth inning, looking to get a few innings of run.
His last outing against Big Train was statistically his worst because he gave up some runs, but he had, even in that game, you know, the stats don't tell the full stories. He had a lot of so closes on strikeouts where the umpire just didn't give him the benefit of the doubt on the corners. His fastball can't be talked about enough, but his slider has such a pinpoint movement, it's hard to, even for the umpires, to tell if it's a ball or strike.
He's going to be facing off against the leadoff hitter Jeff Sabater with a runner on first and no outs. Sabater takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Time run at first, go ahead run at the plate in Sabater. Runner goes, Spellman's throw is high. Stolen base for Mike Heckman, and the time run is moved into scoring position.
Great jump from Mike Heckman. Connor Spellman did all he could. The throw just a little bit high, but there's not much you can do to nullify Mike Heckman when he gets a good jump like that.
Sabater hitting .442 on the season. Brown's going to call his catcher Spellman out in the chat, try to get on the same page.
That was Heckman's first steal of the season, Jack. But from the jump he got, it's almost like he's been doing this every game.
Such a dangerous hitter up. If anybody can square up Brown's fastball, it is Sabner. Extremely good high velocity hitter.
He's 1 for 3 on the day. It seems every time he plays the Cropdusters, he gets multiple hits, though. Went 2 for 4 in both of the first 2 games that he played against them. The only 2 games he actually has played against them. He sat out in their last game, a 5-0 shutout.
No outs, runner at second. Cropdusters up 3-2 over the T-Birds. Bottom of 6. That pitch gets by Spellman all the way to the net. Heckman will move to third.
Jack, there were some kids chanting Peter Griffin right outside of the T-Bolts dugout. I wonder if that got into Brown's head for the wild pitch.
I don't really understand that reference.
Me neither. I can't say that I understand the kids these days.
Family Guy thing.
I guess so. Wonder what that even means.
No outs, runner on third. That pitch is fouled back. Count goes to 3-1.
That's where the speed of Brandon Brown pays off. Sabner didn't know whether or not he wanted to swing on it.
2-1. Misses there. Sabner just trying to square up a baseball, get this run in. Tie the game up at 3. Cropdusters clinging to a 3-2 lead. Here's the pitch, misses high. He walked him. Does bring the double play into order, Jish, with runners at the corners and no outs for Gabe Ruiz.
Gabe Ruiz got singles in his last 2 at bats. So far, the command for Brandon Brown not where we've seen it all season.
Runner goes. Brown, there's a strike. No throw even made. They're going to let Sabner take second easily.
Business decision for Connor Spellman. There was no way he could pop up and steal the stolen base attempt from Sabner.
Infield halfway. The 0-1. Gets by Spellman. Heckman's coming home. He's going to score. Sabner's moving to third. We got a tie game.
Second wild pitch from Brandon Brown. It brings the tying run to third base with no outs. This is exactly what the Cropdusters couldn't let happen.
We're going to try to keep the game knotted at 3 with chance of Peter Griffin ringing through Blair High School. Brown gets a strike at the knees. He's added the count 1-2 on Ruiz. Time called. Ruiz fixing his helmet.
Looks like there's something in his eye. I think you technically need that if you're a batter.
It's pretty important.
What do they say? Keep your eye on the ball? I know, Jack, you had a contact mishap before the broadcast started. Maybe a similar thing for Ruiz.
The 1-2. At the knees. Gets him looking for the first out of the inning. So runner at third. 1 out for the 3-hole hitter, Steve Thomas. 3-3 ball game. First pitch of Thomas, identical to the last one, at the knees for a strike, and Brown is ahead 0-1.
Thomas struck out his last time swinging. This time, Brown attacks him again.
The 0-1 in the dirt, ball 1. Cropdusters have given up the lead and is now tied at 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and the go-ahead run at third base for the T-Birds. The 1-1, weakly hit to third. Hines Fields comes home. They don't have him. Spellman jumped the ball. That will allow Thomas to reach. So the T-Birds will take the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning 4-3 with 1 out and a 1-run first.
Good idea from Hines to try and get the runner out at home and hold on to the tie, but Spellman just couldn't make the grab. It was in and out of his glove. Now the T-Bolts have a lead, and the Cropdusters bat, you think back to all the time they left runners stranded, it's biting them now.
Pick off the first, nothing to do, and that'll bring up first baseman Brady Foster. Another pickoff. Getting back easily is Thomas. Foster keeps his hands over his head. Unique batting stance. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball.
I don't understand the Peter Griffin chants from these fans.
Brown comes set from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. Another ball. Two-0 on the big lefty. Another pickoff. Really keeping on his toes over at first.
I wonder if the kids are getting in Brandon Brown's head.
The 2-0 is powered into the left field gap. Coming on is Prouvel, and he makes the diving catch. What a play by Griffin Prouvel. Just an absolutely spectacular sparkler by the left fielder.
You know the jingle, Jack. That's a Sports Center top 10 catch. Stop, drop, and a roll from Griffin Prouvel. Diving into the gap, making the squeeze. There's 2 outs on the scoreboard. Perhaps that's exactly what Brandon Brown needs to get his head back on straight.
Thomas still at first, 2 outs. Cropdusters trailing 4-3. That pitch is swung on and missed by Brian Quadros. Steps up to the plate. Runner goes. Almost fouled back.
Pop off the backstop. Thank goodness for this net back here, Jack.
Quadros trying to extend the 4-3 Thunderbolts lead in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 count. 2 outs. Pitch inside. Sends Quadros flying for ball 1.
A little dramatic. He lost his feet from under him.
Listen, I wouldn't want to be hit by a Brandon Brown fastball.
Especially right at the knees. That could be a career if it makes contact.
Thomas dancing off of first. The pitch is hit right at Hines at short. And that'll end the inning. But the T-Bolts claim the lead as we will go to the top of the 7th. Cropdusters trailing the T-Bolts 4-3. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. Jack Feldman alongside Jish Sokolsky as we head to the top of the 7th. Cropdusters trailing the Tacoma Thunderbolts 4-3 in what has really been a back and forth affair.
Absolutely, Jack. The Cropdusters have had so many chances to pull away, bases loaded numerous times. They simply, as they have in this past week and a half, been able to bring the runners home. The situational hitting has to improve starting right now.
Well, the Dusters are going to have the heart of the order as they try to claw their way back into this one. 3-4-5. Carter Hines saunters his way to the batter's box.
They're up against Jay Wandell. This reliever's been very good for the T-Bolts. 2 straight strikeouts to end the 6th. He's hot.
First pitch to Hines. Misses outside, ball 1. Swung on and hit up the middle. Great play by the shortstop, Kim. Gets him at first. What range by Matthew Kim. Came into the game to replace Josh Ern at short and makes a sparkler there.
It almost looked like one of those traditional Carter Hines hit, runs, and go. He had the speed, just a step too late. Great throw on a rope across the diamond. A hard throw to make. It puts the leadoff guy away again for the Cropdusters.
I'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Boma. He'll take the first pitch he sees, low for ball 1. He has a single tonight and ground out and a strikeout. The 1-0s swung through, evens things up at 1-1.
Boma was trying to go really early on that swing, pull it into left field, but was way too early.
That was that one back. Quickly behind 1 and 2. It's
Now
getting late early for the Dusters.
Overcorrection for Bowman now with a late swing. He'll have to get the timing down just right.
1 out, nobody on. The 1-2 just misses. Slider in the outside corner that Boma doesn't bite at.
Good eye for Boma. He swung at a slider high the last time. Wandell tried it again. Boma doesn't bite.
The 2-2. Fouled back. Right at the screen. Cropdusters trailing the Thunderbolts 4-3 here in the top of the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses inside, and we are full.
Boma has a strikeout and a walk already today. We'll see if he gets a second of either.
The full count pitch is hammered to left field, foul. Long foul ball by the third baseman.
Looks like he's got that timing down. A really nice swing of the bat. Just couldn't keep it in play. Sent that line all the way to the intersection.
We'll do it again. Full count pitch. Wandell fires. Misses up, and the Cropdusters have a base runner.
Great job to keep a cool head in his shoulders with a full count. Boma walked on 4 pitches earlier today. Now walks on a full count. Seeing the zone pretty well.
Parker Fry will step up to the plate. He has 2 walks on the day. He's been seeing the ball great lately. The Cropdusters are trailing 4-3. Top of the 7th with 1 out and a runner on first. Wandell from the stretch. Kicks, fires, and sliced just foul by Fry. Another long foul ball on Wandell.
That had the distance for sure, Jack. Parker Fry just got a little bit too late on the swing, poked it, foul down the left field line. It's more of a pull hitter, but to see him have the power to opposite field, watch out.
The 0-1 misses in the dirt, evens things up at 1 apiece. Out. 1-1 count. Wandell delivers. That pitch is sent into center field, giving run to Sabater. Sabater can't make the play. Boma's heading to third. Ball's rattling around and left. They're going to keep him at third. Ball gets away from the shortstop, but that will be a double for Parker Fry. Opposite field hitting from the big first baseman.
Exactly what the Cropdusters needed. Not only does it give Parker Fry his first hit of the day, puts 2 runners in scoring position, but it takes the double play off the table and the pressure off of Connor Spellman's shoulders, who has a lot less work to do to bring in the tying run at third base.
Well, there's still a lot of pressure on Connor Spellman right now. Tying run at third base, 90 feet away. Go ahead run, scoring position at second. 1 out. Cropdusters trailing 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Spellman, standing tall, takes the first pitch low for a ball. Base is open with Brian Scott on deck.
Spellman's already walked twice tonight.
Infield in for the T-Bolts. They're going to try to cut down the run at home. The 1-0 fouled back. 1-1. In another just absolutely game-changing moment in this ball game.
Bat just a little high from Spellman on that swing. He'll want it again.
1 out, runners on second and third. T-Bolts up 4-3. 1-1 count. Connor Spellman. Wandell kicks, fires, in there for a called strike. Gets ahead 1-2.
Nasty left to right movement from our angle behind the plate from Wandell. Buries it in the low corner.
Connor Spellman taking a deep breath, trying to win this battle against Wandell. 1 out. The 1-2 just misses the outside corner. Risky take from Spellman. Gets the call. 2-2 count. Cinderella count.
Ballerina
count. You know, at some point it's on me.
Think it is on you, Jack.
2-2. 1 out. Wandell delivers. Fouled out. Out of play. Just an absolute nail-biter at Blair High School in the top of the 7th. Thunderbolts ahead 4-3 with 1 out and runners on second and third. The 2-2 misses up and we are full. 3-2 is the count. Base is open at first if you were to walk him. Spellman not looking for a walk. He's looking for the big RBI. 3-2 count. Wandell comes set, delivered. The pitch is through, stopped by the first baseman, Foster. What a diving play to get the out at first. That ball was hammered by Connor Spellman, and now there are 2 outs with runners on second and third for Brian Scott.
That is one of the clutchest plays of the night from Braden Foster at first. Could have skipped under his glove, but he brings it down just enough. Also, threatens the throw home to keep the runners glued. Tags up for the out number 2.
Wandell still not out of it. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Brian Scott at the dish. And he pops the first pitch he sees up out of play. Huge situation for a guy that seems like he's come up in so many big situations in his Cropdusters career so far.
Last time he played here, had an RBI single with 2 outs. See if he has that same magic.
The 0-1 misses outside. Ball 1. Things are evened up at 1-1. I'm nervous just sitting back here.
Fielder's choice ended the inning last time Scott was up to bat. Can't afford a similar fate.
T-Bolts up 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Runners on second and third. The 1-1 misses high. Looks like it may have gotten Scott. The helmet looks like it didn't. So he is in the driver's seat. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Go ahead run at second. Time run at third. Wandell comes set. Fires. And that pitch is sent into center field. Coming out is the shortstop. And he drops the ball. Matthew Kim drops the ball. Parker Fry will score. Ryan Bowman will score. And the Cropdusters take the lead on that error by Matthew Kim.
Unbelievably crushing blow for the T-Bolts. The most routine pop-up you can ask for if you're Matthew Kim, the shortstop. In and out of his glove. He tracked it well, too. Just couldn't make the squeeze.
Just a lack of communication between the second baseman, Mike Heckman, and the shortstop, Matthew Kim. And that allows that ball to drop. 2 runs to score, and Cropdusters have regained the lead 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Brian Scott dancing off of first with Griffin Puvel at the dish. And he sends the first pitch he sees to short. Kim fields and makes the play this time to end the inning, but not before the Cropdusters strike back. They take the lead 5-4 as we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky with you. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky with you on this beautiful Saturday evening. Cropdusters just regained the lead 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th in a wild sequence of events that included a dropped pop-up.
I have no idea who's going to win this game, Jack. It's going back and forth like a pendulum on a grandfather clock. Last inning, the T-Bolts had the lead. The Cropdusters just get it back. It's before the defenses were super tight. Now both of them giving up crucial errors to bring in runs. You talk about Brandon Brown's wild pitches. Now a dropped pop-up from Matthew Kim, the shortstop. It's now a who makes less mistakes down the stretch.
Jack McCarthy will kick things off for the T-Bolts. He's been on base 3 times tonight, having himself an evening. Going against Brandon Brown, who is working from the stretch. Swing and a miss on the first pitch McCarthy sees. Fastball at the knees. Cropdusters up 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Running out of daylight for the Thunderbolts. The 0-1 is fouled back out of play. Brown gets ahead 0-2 quickly on the catcher, McCarthy. The 0-2, staying alive is McCarthy. He fouls that one to the screen. Brown is going strictly fastballs against the catcher. We know about that devastating slider. 0-2 count. Brown from the stretch. Shot to short. Hines off the big hop. Makes the play in time for the first out of the inning. Brandon Brown retires Jack McCarthy, and that'll bring up Josh Erd, shortstop.
It's Josh Erd who just made that fatal error to bring in 2 runs for the Cropdusters, dropping a pop fly. Now we'll see if he can atone with his bat.
Takes the first pitch he sees right on the block on the inside corner for a called strike. Brown firing it in the zone. Spikes that one 1-1.
Brown's fastballs just lacked command tonight. It's bouncing off the dirt, gone wild quite a few times. This time he can't blame the kids chanting Peter Griffin as they've gone quiet.
Cropdusters up 5-4, 1 out, nobody on. The 1-1 is fouled back out of play. The 1-2. Misses high. Tried the slider. Evens things up at 2-2. Ballerina count.
There you go. You got it, Jack. First try.
That pitch just misses on the inside corner.
That's exactly where Brown likes his pitches to be, though. Right in the challenge spot. Fortunately, doesn't get the umpire's eye.
1 out, nobody on. Full count. 3-2. In the dirt, ball forward. Bird works a walk, and T-Boats have the time run back on base. What has been nothing short of a back and forth game of tug and war tonight.
Matthew Walters again walking out to that Marvin Gaye song. Hasn't really served him well. He's 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts.
Bird can run a little bit at first. We'll see if they try to push the time run at the scoring position.
Matter of fact, Matt Walters against the Cropdusters coming in was 1 for 12 in 3 games played.
Matt Walters at the dish. Takes the first pitch. He sees outside for ball 1.
He's now up to 7 strikeouts as well against these Cropdusters pitchers. Perhaps just change that walk-up song, my friend.
Walters swings through that one. Evens things up at 1-1. 1 out, runner on first. Cropdusters leading 5-4. Runner goes. Ball high. Spellman's throw gets away into the outfield. Bird's going to stay put at second. The time run now in scoring position.
As soon as that throw left Spellman's hand, you knew he wanted it back. Jumped a little bit. Throw was offline as soon as it was out of Spellman's hand. But credit the T-Bolts, stealing plenty of bases to manufacture runs.
2-1 count. The pitch is high for ball 3. Cropdusters leading 5-4. The bottom of the 7th inning. Tying run at second base with 1 out. The 3-1 in there for a called strike right on the black on the outside corner.
Nasty, nasty slider from Brandon Brown. Tracks low and away. Matt Walters could only dream of putting a swing on it.
The 3-2. Popped in the air into right field, giving chase is Janesco in foul territory, and that's going to run out of room. And we'll do it again. Brandon Brown in 9 1/3 innings pitched, 3.86 ERA, 12 strikeouts. The 3-2. Gets him swinging. Huge strikeout for Brandon Brown, and he is 1 out away from holding the tying run at bay.
Matt Walters now up to 8 strikeouts against the Cropdusters. Maybe he's just allergic to the color yellow.
Mike Heckman digs his toes into the box. 2 outs, runner on second. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Fastball low in the zone. Heckman was part of the collision with Erdin in the middle infield to score the go-ahead run. Swings and misses with that one. Quickly down 0-2.
Brown's working quickly between his pitches, trying to get out of this inning in a hurry.
The 0-2 is lined into center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Bird coming home. He's going to score to tie things up. Big 2-strike, 2-out knock by Mike Heckman to even things up at 5-5.
Down to your last strike. Cannot give up that kind of hit. Brandon Brown reties the game off of a grapefruit down the middle.
Now it'll bring up the top of the order, and Sabater takes the first pitch outside for a ball.
It also brings up the top of the order. Double play on the table, but you'll seldom find it against this top of the order.
Runner goes. The 1-0 is fouled back. Walters, Heckman will jog back to first. And I'll say this, Jish. Whoever wins this game is going to hurt him.
You're absolutely right, Jack. The T-Bolts have fallen in close games as of late. A 5-4 loss to the Giants last night off a walk-off. Cropdusters have battled in close games. It's a matter of who wants it more.
1-1. Swing and a miss on the slider. Sabater down 1-2. Heckman dancing off of first. 2 outs. 5-5 ball game. Bottom of the 7th. Runner goes. Ball. Spellman's throw. Just barely misses. And Heckman slides in there to score possession, the go-ahead run.
They've given Spellman's arm a lot of work. Takes the force away from second base and forces a throw to first to end the inning if it comes to that.
The 1-2 misses outside. Sabater evens it up at 2 apiece. Just hit the 2.5-hour mark. 2 outs. 2-2 count. Brown delivers. Misses inside. Looks like it hit him, actually. So Sabater's going to take his base. Base was open. And that'll bring up Gabe Reese with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Tie ball game.
You know, we talked to the Thunderbolts voice, Liam Irvin, before the game. He says the T-Bolts just have not won one-score games, but this time they just seem so determined.
Good block on a ball in the dirt by Spellman for the first pitch to Ruiz. Huge spot in this ball game. The 1-0. Misses high for a ball. 2-0. Hitters count. 2-0. In the dirt, Spellman blocks it up. We're at 3-0. Brown trying to get the final out of the inning. There's a first and second, 2 outs, tie ball game. 3-0 count. Brown fires, misses low. 4-pitch walk. The game needs to bring up Steve Thomas with a chance to do some damage.
Inhale, exhale, all you can ask for. Coach Leader's going to meet with Brandon Brown. There's an emergency reliever warming up in the bullpen for the Cropdusters. Brandon Brown, it just hasn't been his day thus far, to put it lightly.
He's been grinding. See what they do. They're going to leave him in.
I imagine they would. It does not look like that reliever has been up and moving for too long. They'll buy some time. But it is coming down to the wire, to say the least. Cropdusters, last time they played here, scored 2 runs in the 8th inning, though, to pull ahead. He needed a 10-7 win. First, they have to hold on to the tie before they can even think about insurance runs.
Nail biter at Blair High School. Sun fully down under the lights. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 5-5 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Brandon Brown staring down Steve Thomas. First pitch inside, ball 1. Fastball misses on that inside corner. Brown from the stretch, 1-0's the count. Kicks, fires, just misses low. He wanted that one. 2-0. Thomas standing tall. The 2-0. In there for a called strike. Brown finally gets one back.
That breaks up 6 straight balls from Brandon Brown. Good to see he can find the zone still.
Still just 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Spikes that one, gets by Spellman. That's going to allow the time run Heckman to come in. Go ahead run. And the T-Bolts are going to take a 6-5 lead.
Unbelievable, Jack. The Cropdusters worked so hard to get the lead back in the last inning just to give it up again in the top of the 6th. Got to imagine that the leash is getting tighter on Brandon Brown, who's now squandered the lead twice.
Runners on second and third, 3-1 count. That pitch fouled back. Brown has worked back, 3-2. With the count full, 3-2, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Cropdusters trailing 6-5 in the bottom of the seventh. Full count pitch. In there, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Brown mitigates the damage, but he does let up the go-ahead run, and we will head to the top of the 8th inning. Cropdusters trailing the Thunderbolts 6-5. We head to the top of the 8th inning in an absolute nail-biter between the Cropdusters and the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts ahead 6-5. Jack Feldman alongside the very talented Jish Sokolsky. We're getting down to business at Blair High School.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that.
Jason Janesco will start things off for the Dusters. Facing a new pitcher, Nick Keene, in for the T-Wolves. We'll take the first pitch right down the middle for strike one.
Keene has played against the Cropdusters not only as a pitcher, but as a hitter as well. He's got the best of both worlds, as many T-Bolts players do.
The 0-1 misses outside, evens things up at 1 apiece. For the speedy outfielder from ECU.
Janesco still looking for his first pitch. Got on base on a hit by pitch his last at bat.
The 1-1 is set into right field. Going back is the right fielder Thomas. He's going to make the play at the track. Just a few feet short from a game-tying homer for Jason Janesco.
Very unlucky that the wind could not carry it over the right field fence. Janesco, one of his prettiest swings of the entire summer, instead robbed, and the Cropdusters still trail by 1.
He's had a couple of hard hit balls tonight. Nothing to show for it. That'll bring up Bryce Hurd, top of the lineup. We'll take the first pitch he sees low for ball 1. Cropdusters trailing 5-6, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning. The 1-0. Dropped in there. Nice curveball by Keene. Evens things up at 1-1. 1-1 count, 1 out. Keene kicks, fires, misses outside, ball 2. Hurd firmly in the driver's seat. 2-1 is the count with a pinch hitter on deck, it looks like.
Yeah, that's Josh Reinhold. They're going to count on him in one of the most crucial situations.
2-1, misses outside.
There's a soccer game going on to our right. Don't know if you heard that huge crowd pop. It must have been a huge goal that happened.
3-1 count. Keene winds, delivers. Dial back. Works the count full. 3-2. If Herb can get on, he is a threat to run.
You'd imagine he'd do so, just to put himself in scoring position down by 1.
Full count, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Misses up. Herb walks.
And this is why the coaching staff trusts Bryce Herb at the top of the lineup. He has a good feel for the zone. He can put good swings on it when he finds the right pitch. That's his fourth time on base in 5 plate appearances. And it brings up the pinch hitter Josh Reinhold, the Christopher Newport, second baseman.
Pinch hitting, one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. And Reinhold, get it done. First pitch low. Herb's going. That ball was blocked. McCarthy's throw. Not in time. Ball gets away from Herb. And now, just like that, the time run is into scoring position for the Cropdusters.
Just skipped away from the middle infield. It was a good pop-up from McCarthy, a good attempt at it. But instead, Herb's blazing speed mixed with the offline throw puts him in scoring position.
1-0. Swing and a miss by Reinhold. Fastball right down the middle.
Nick Keene has a good mix of that curveball and fastball. He went 3 innings last time, led the Cropdusters, 6 strikeouts.
1 out, runner on second. 6-5 ball game. T-Bolt's ahead. The 1-1. Another swing and a miss by Reinhold. 2 fastballs right down the middle. Seems a little late on both of them.
You said it, Jack. Pinch hitting super hard. You haven't swung all day. Now you have to find your timing in a key moment like this. It's difficult for anyone.
1-2 count. Keene from the stretch. Gets him swinging. 3 straight fastballs. 3 straight swing and misses from Josh Reinhold. And that will leave things up for Carter Hines trying to be the hero with 2 outs. And the time run at second. Top of the 8th inning.
Jack, you need this one because you don't know if they're going to get it again in the top of the 9th. That's the last chance the Cropdusters would have to retake the lead. Carter Hines still looking for his first hit of the day.
Well, if anybody can get it done, it's Carter Hines. As he steps into the batter's box. Herb dancing off a second. Keene looking back. Delivers the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets Hines swinging.
That fastball has been lethal up in the zone. It's looked like a swingable ball for all of these batters, but very few have been able to put a good bat on it.
Keene leaning in, getting his sign. Taking a deep breath. Long pause. Finally comes set. 2 outs. The 0-1 in the dirt. Hines takes 1-1 count. Cropdusters trailing 6-5 in the top of the 8th inning. Carter Hines looking to be the hero in Olney. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by McCarthy. Hines ahead 2-1.
Nick Keene went high for the first pitch to get Carter Hines swinging. He takes too low. Imagine Keene's going to try the high heat again.
Keene's fastball has been on tonight. He's gotten a lot of whiffs. Looking to do it a couple more times. The 2-1 gets him with the fastball. 2-2.
There it is, the exact same pitch. The high heat has drawn now 5 straight swings, 5 straight misses.
2's running wild. 2 outs. Runner on second. 2-2 count. 6-5 ball game. T-Bolt's ahead. Keene comes set. Delivers. Misses outside, and we are full. Carter Hines working a typical Carter Hines at bat. So patient. Trying to knock one through the right side of the infield. Keene, 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Getting out of trouble. The 3-2. Runner goes. Misses high. Here's the throw. Herb gets in there easily at third. Hines walks. And now the time run is 90 feet away for Ryan Boma. He's got to try to do the job for the Dusters.
They live to swing again. A huge full count walk to extend the inning and bring the tying run ever closer. Boma has a huge job to do, down by 1 with 2 outs in the top of the 8th.
T-Bolts ahead 6-5 at the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, runners on first and third for Ryan Boma and the Cropdusters. Keen comes set, rocks, fires, misses outside, checked his swing, did not go. Boma ahead 1-0 in the count.
Good discipline from Boma. Has a tendency to chase those outside fastballs. Stays steadfast, goes ahead.
The 1-0, runner goes, no throw, ball outside. Boma up 2-0. Runners on second and third for the Frostburg State infielder.
The throw came and it missed, and that's the tying run coming home from third, Bryce Herb.
Hitters count 2-0. Keen delivered. Swing and a miss. Gets Boma swinging. Gets one back. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Tying run. 90 feet away. Go ahead run. In scoring position. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Another big whip by Keenan. He is 1 strike away. 2 outs. 2-2 count. 6-5 ball game. Runners on second and third. Keen getting his sign. Boma standing tall in the batter's box. Keen comes set. The 2-2. Foul back. We'll do it again.
I've had to take multiple exhales, Jack, because so many times it seemed like the Cropdusters have lost it, but Boma keeps it alive.
Boma trying to be the hero for the Cropdusters tonight. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. He went around. And Nick Keen works out of trouble.
It's the same old story for the Cropdusters. Down by 1, runners in scoring position. You may not get a chance like this throughout the rest of the ball game, and they blow it. 2 left on in scoring position, a devastating blow to the Cropdusters, who are now in danger of losing to the T-Bolts for the first time.
They have to find a way to manufacture a run there, tie the game up. We'll see you guys in the bottom of the 8th. Cropdusters trailing 6-5. Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. And after a disastrous top of the 8th inning where the Cropdusters leave 2 runners stranded, they are trailing 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th.
Same old story for the Cropdusters. Simply could not get the job done.
Brandon Brown back out there, gets the swing and a miss. First pitch against Braden Foster. Foster has been on base twice tonight. The 0-1. Foul back, out of play. Brown quickly ahead, 0-2 on the left.
Brandon Brown cannot let what just happened get into his own head. He has to keep the score where it is and give his bats another shot.
Just has to give the Cropdusters bats a chance to come back and win. The 0-2 on the outside corner, strike 3. Backdoor slider by Brandon Brown.
A lot of north-south movement on that slider from Brown, too. A very confusing pitch that Foster could not diagnose in time. His second strikeout of the day.
Gets the designated hitter looking to bring up Ryan Quatros with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 8th. Quadros sends the first pitch he sees through the left side for a single. And the T-Bolts have a runner on with 1 out in the bottom of this 8th inning.
Right in the sweet spot of the defense, Star Wars-esque. They found the soft underbelly that Cropdusters defense, poked it right through the hole where nobody was there to make a play.
Runner on first, 1 out for the Dusters. Jack McCarthy steps up to the dish. Brown got him swinging earlier in the game. Cropdusters trying to claw their way back into this one. So they're down 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brandon Brown trying to give his bats a chance to come back. First pitch to McCarthy, called strike on the inside corner. Fastball painted on the black. The 0-1 is way high. Great job by Spellman to snag it out of the air. That looked like it was destined to being a wild pitch.
I don't know how Brandon Brown released that, but that's definitely not how he practiced it. Way too early.
1-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Brown fires. That pitch is fouled back, out of play. Count moves to 1-2 with Cropdusters trailing by 1 run. 6-5 ball game. The bottom of the 8th inning. Jack McCarthy at the plate. Looking for his second hit of the night. Here's the pitch, and that is sliced right into the glove of Parker Fry. Steps on the bag. Double play for the Cropdusters, and they will have one last chance in the top of the 9th as they are trailing 6-5. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call. Drama brewing at Blair High School on this Saturday evening. Jack Feldman, Jish Sokolsky on the call with you. We head to the top of the 9th, where your Cropdusters are trailing the Tacoma Thunderbolts 6-5, looking for one last chance to claw their way back.
Now's when the clutch gene has to kick in for the Cropdusters. Hasn't quite been there all season long. But against a team you haven't lost to yet, this is when you have to start kicking it into high gear and getting some good hits, good swings. Runners on, they're just down 1. They got to keep that in the back of their minds.
Nick Keene trying to close things out for the T-Bolts. Parker Fry looking to kick things off for the Cropdusters.
Fry had that huge double on his last at-bat to bring Bryce Herber into third. They both would score off of an error.
Fry digging into the box. We'll take the first pitch. He sees in there for a called strike. Breaking ball right down the middle.
Curveball is what Keene starts with.
Fry, very upright batter stance. The 0-1. Misses outside. Keene tried to double up the breaking ball. Doesn't catch Fry swinging.
Had the same north-south movement, this time just scooted a little bit outside to the lefty.
Count evens up at 1-1. Keene delivers. That pitch is sent into high right field. Thomas ranging in. It'll be the center fielder Sabater making the catch for the first out of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Connor Spellman. And it looks like Brian Scott on deck. We'll see if a pinch hitter does come into play. Connor Spellman needs to work in that bat right now. Takes the first pitch low for a ball.
Last time Spellman was up, he almost brought in the 2 runners. Tried to scoot a ground ball below first base.
The 1-0 misses low. Spellman ahead 2-0. T-Bolts have not been very good this year in one-run games. Let's see if it comes back to bite him. With 2-0. That'll back out of play. 2-1. They just need a base runner. If they can get a base runner, they have a shot. 2-1 is the count. Keene delivers. At the knees, strike 2. Spellman has the count evened up 2-2. Ballerina count. Keene fires. Laced foul. We'll do it again. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Spellman is the tying run at the plate. Here in the top of the 9th inning as the Cropdusters are down to their final 2 outs. 2-2 is the count. Keene comes set. Kicks, delivers. Outside, ball 3. Spellman works another great at-bat. He's done that a fair amount of times this season, and a huge, pivotal, game-changing 3-2 pitch coming your way. The full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. Spellman works a walk, and Brian Scott will step up to the dish.
But look at it. Keep an eye on the on-deck circle, though. Anthony Swenda warming up for potentially his first at-bat of the season. There's a pinch runner at first, though. Cav McMeans tags up for Connor Spellman.
See if they try to send him. Swenda would be his first at-bat as a Cropduster this summer. Talk about drama, but first Brian Scott takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's not going to be easy for Keene to try and end this game. McMeans, the tying run over at first. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Pickoff gets over the head of the first baseman, Foster. Keene. McMeans is heading to second. He cruises into second, and the tying run is in scoring position.
Wow, that takes the double play off the table for the Cropdusters. That could have ended things. Now the tying run's in scoring position, and Brian Scott has a huge at-bat in front of him.
The T-Bolts are going to have a meeting at the mound, their entire infield coming in. Both teams just desperately want to find a way to pull through with the W. Brian Scott in another big spot.
Both of these teams found themselves on opposite ends of one-run games yesterday. The Cropdusters were winners, T-Bolts losers. Right now the score suggests otherwise, 6-5 in the top of this 9th. There's still plenty of more baseball to play. We're not done yet.
And that, taking the double play out of the equation, basically guarantees, almost, not quite, Anthony Swenda an at-bat. But Brian Scott has a chance to tie things up in the top of the 9th. Keene trying to thwart his plans. The 1-0. Out of play, 1-1. 1 out. Runner on second base, the tying run. Cropdusters trailing 6-5 in the top of the 9th. 1-1 is the count. Keene getting his sign. Comes set, keeps his gloves at the hips. Fires, curveball misses high. Scott in the driver's seat. 2-1 is the count.
Breaking ball that didn't break, Jack.
The UMBC home run leader last season on deck. Ryan Scott at the dish. The 2-1 is fouled down the right side out of play. Count moves to 2-2. Ryan Scott just trying to do a job. He does his trademark bat waggle. 2-2 count, 1 out, runner on second. Keene delivers. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Scott not going down easy.
Check your pulse, Jack. My heart is racing right now.
Scott digging into the batter's box. McMeans taking a healthy lead off a second. The 2-2 is hit to third. McMeans will make it to third. They'll get the out. Quadros puts it away, and now Anthony Swenda will step up to the dish with the tying run 90 feet away and 2 outs, down to their final out. His first at-bat of the summer ball season. Was one of the best hitters on the Cropdusters all of last season. One of the best hitters at UMBC this collegiate season. Just needs one swing to get the Cropdusters right back into this ball game.
Talk about the clutch gene, Jack. Swenda has it. His most notable hit last year, a walk-off double.
Swenda takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Keene looking to finish the job for the T-Bolts. They are 1 out away. McMeans 90 feet away from tying things up. 2 outs. The 0-1 is sent into right field. Thomas camping under it. And he makes the catch. The Thunderbolts barely escaped with a 6-5 lead. The Cropdusters left the tying run 90 feet away. Anthony Swenda, an impossible task in his first at-bat of the season, couldn't get it done, and the Cropdusters cannot win their second game in a row.
The Cropdusters have now lost 5 of their last 6 games. Another heartbreaker that came all the way down to the wire. They've got to figure something out. It's the intangibles, the situational hittings, the leaving runners stranded at second and third. The Cropdusters just have to get something going that you can't quite put a finger on what it is.
They just have to figure out a way to grind some wins, try to get it done. If you can't get it done tonight, we will see you guys tomorrow at home, 5:30 game time against the Gaithersburg Giants. Jack Feldman on the call with Jish Sokolsky.